o'clock. I'll entertain a motion to open.
Motion open.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, hi everyone. Tonight, it's a short agenda. I'm going to suspend the order of the agenda and I'm going to take the approval of liquor licenses first. There is an approval for Old Town Country Club, 25 Marsh Ave, Newbury, to update existing license category from a wine and malt beverage to a wine and malt beverages with cordials and liqueurs. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
I have I'll entertain a motion for Kim Sue Delibrio and Brad
Delibro.
Delibro.
Yeah, silent.
It's okay,
What's the
doing
syllables?
Bez as Riptide Cafe and Bar at 23 Plum Island Boulevard is a transfer of a liquor license.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Your Facebook stuff looks awesome.
Thank you.
That's all Kim Sue. Thank you.
And Ryan Cox and Noah Goldstein, DBA Bob Lobster at 49 Plum Island Turnpike, transfer of a liquor license.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
How's the employee who was burned?
He's good. I actually I was visiting with him a little while ago. He's home. He's gonna be okay.
Good.
Good.
Just some arm work, but it'll be okay.
Glad to hear that. Good.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Appreciate it.
guys.
Thank you.
Have a great night. Take care, man.
So I'm gonna go back.
Nice to meet you.
Public comment, to receive oral communications from members of the public. Members of the public may address the select board for up to 3 minutes. The select board shall not engage in discussion on topics raised during public comment, but may choose to add the topic to a future agenda. This agenda segment will be limited to 15 minutes. Is there any public comment tonight? No. Okay. Grants, gifts, and donations. Orchard Street Culvert Replacement Grant in the amount of $200,000.
Motion to accept.
Second.
Any discussion on this?
I have a question. Since I live on Orchard Street, do I have to recuse myself?
I don't think so.
You don't live, you're not really close to it.
You're a long ways away.
From where the culvert is? Okay. Just wanna make sure.
You don't abut the culvert, do you?
Don't abut the culvert.
Okay.
Either way, it's just
Not-
acceptance of the monies, it's not,
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
you're not approving the project.
Just wanna be
There we
cautious.
go. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, no public hearing, new business, declaration of a 2020 Ford Explorer as surplus submitted by the Newbury Police Department.
Motion to approve declaration.
Second.
Any discussion on this?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Will it just go out to auction or will it be, could it go into a private sale situation?
So, Highway Department Director Surratt oversees all of the town surplus. So whatever the law requires that municipalities do in order to surplus vehicles is how we follow it. What I know is once, or if approved, I transfer this letter, the keys and the title over to the Highway Department Director, and he has a company that will come take it and sell the vehicle through auction, I believe. But it is a specific auction for it.
Yeah, I would imagine anything else would have to be stripped down considerably as far as the technology that's built into the cruiser.
So we strip any equipment from the vehicle. We even take, Newbury Police, the identifier for police off of it. So it doesn't leave kind of as a police vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it leaves stripped down and we keep all of the equipment that went into
So it
it.
just looks like a personal vehicle when it leaves.
It'll still be black and white and it'll still have the spotlight on the side, but it won't say Newbury Police and it won't have any of the radio equipment, lights, sirens, any of that. That all gets taken out.
Thanks, Patty.
Yeah, no problem.
I just wanna add for the public that this was in the capital planning and it was to be replaced in 2024. And we've already bought the other cruiser, correct?
So for the 2024 capital planning, that was the car we were supposed to replace. No, so for 2025, the car that was in the accident for fiscal year 25 was
got-
supposed to be replaced.
I got
That
you.
got replaced from insurance, so I removed it from FY 25 capital planning.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
Thank you.
I have, I
Jeff?
gotta just say that Josette's second car was the police chief of Seabrook's car. And it was a huge, and she could, didn't drive, big, huge Pontiac station wagon. Seabrook Police Cruiser, chief's car,
Not a Crown Vic,
47 years ago.
and not a Crown Vic.
No, it was Pontiac.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we have approval for a business license application for Channel Street, Pierre and Brittany, Chanel, St. Pierre and Brittany Charles, DBA Barker's Barber at 94 Newburyport Turnpike.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Are they here? Discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Do we have a clam license or do we miss that?
Skipped it.
We skipped.
Did I skip?
Yeah.
You did.
Approve commercial.
Commercial.
Leonard Dobson, or Leonard.
Right above it.
Oh, I put a check mark, that's what it was, sorry about that. I checked the wrong thing. Okay, thank you. Approve a commercial clam license renewal application for Leonard Dobson, 12 Right Rear Old Point Road.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, approve request for public property use, special permit, Alzheimer's Association, date June 1st, 2024, from 8 AM to 12:30 PM, a road race.
Motion to approve request.
Yeah, a second.
Is there anybody here from the Alzheimer's Association?
Don't think so.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then the Newburyport Lions Club, High Road to Rose Lane to Ocean Ave, road closure, July 30th from 6:30 PM to 7:30 PM for the road race. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve as just stated.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion.
Yes. With the way that the traffic is gonna be coming down the Plum Island Turnpike, it's gonna be a lot different this year than it was last year. And the way I view it is that it's not gonna flow in the same way as it did last year because the road is gonna be brought down to a very smaller size so that it's going to interrupt a regular traffic flow before it gets there. So it would be more difficult to get in and off the island, even for emergency vehicles.
So Patty, can you speak to this? Thank you.
So last year was the first year they that I'm aware of, that they did this route that they had done a bunch of years ago, prior to my time. So last year, we considered it kind of like this trial run to see what the impact was and how quick it went. What we did was for the amount of time that Plum Island Turnpike, was blocked off for the running, we did two things. We stationed the details they paid for, police officer, firefighters, and medical personnel to stage to be on the island, so that we didn't have to try to rush through runners to get down to the island. They were already there. We also had a contingency plan set up where if we had to interrupt the race to get people on and off the island for emergency situations, the race was gonna get interrupted for Plum Island Turnpike. The amount of time, I can't remember exactly how long it was, Deputy Chief Wykowski worked closely with them for this and was at the event last year. The amount of time that it took to get those runners on Rolfs Lane, where the front end of the race, we've asked for them to give us this much time, but it was actually significantly smaller, that the runners were actually blocking the traffic there.
Because of the distance between the runners, or, usually the packs are like prevalent, and then there's a big distance between, how the runners come up after that.
So where we were the front end of the race, the heats were closer together opposed to once you get mid-course or the end of the course where they actually start to spread out. So where we're at the front of the race, the pack moves faster for it. But again, we ask them for that little bit of wiggle room on the time that they request us to be there in case it's super hot that day and the packs are slower or whatnot. Last year, it wasn't a huge inconvenience for us. From a public safety point of view, we put up signs ahead of time letting people know when there was gonna be disruption to traffic onto Plum Island. But again, our main public safety concern is, can we get responders quickly to anyone who's on the island? And can we get them off the island if they need transport to the hospital? And that I feel confident that we will do and can do,
So
given
you
the
don't see
situation.
that there's gonna be any problem by reducing the width of the road for construction purposes, or road repair purposes that they've talked about.
So I'm unfamiliar with that part of it.
So this before us has nothing to do with narrowing roads, they're closing the roads. These are road closures.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm looking at is it was announced that the road was going to be reduced in size for,
Bridge repair, the big bridge repair.
yeah. And so that would reduce the size of,
Are you talking about the bridge on Plum Island?
So the Plum Island Bridge?
yeah,
This doesn't
That,
go there.
so when you get onto Plum Island Turnpike, the bridge width will not impact emergency vehicles going on and off the island. We've had those discussions with DOT. In the road changes, to my understanding, as of a little over a week ago, that the roadway narrowing isn't going to happen until you get closer to the bridge. So it won't be towards Ocean Ave in Newburyport, where we're talking about. So
that DOT project will have no impact on this race.
from my understanding from a week ago, unless they've changed something that I haven't seen, none of their narrowing of the roadways could, should, or would impact emergency vehicles from accessing the island, on or off. They're talking about moving their teetering sides between when they're working, so they might move the single lane, and we might have to funnel single lane
Yeah.
on and off. But the width of that lane will be able to support emergency vehicles.
Well, when they're not working on the bridge, all I've seen is barrels down the middle
Yeah,
of the bridge, and both sides are wide open, so I'm just gonna assume that we're not gonna have construction work going on during the race. That kind of wouldn't make any sense.
I can find out, I won't speak for DOT, I can find out if they would, but again, that's not happening near the race. And if we've got detail officers there when they are, alternating routes on and off the island because they're doing work, we've got officers there who can clear the way, just like we do if we have any construction going on, to make sure that emergency vehicles have the clear path through.
Okay.
And
Okay.
traffic wise, I think there's a little bit of goodness because July 30th is a Tuesday. It's not like it's weekend beach traffic to Plum Island.
Yeah.
Well,
Resident traffic.
it's
an
We
Yankee
still have
Homecoming.
heavy traffic on and off the island, and
Yeah.
our concerns last year were this is at commuter time, you know what I mean? So I don't wanna minimize the impact that it does have on the island, in traffic in general at that whole area right there. But it's our hope again that this year, that it's as quick as it was last year.
So what I'd like to see happen is signage up on the island alerting the residents that this road will close during this event.
Yep.
for
at least a
this time
week in
period.
advance or so.
Yeah.
Get it, yep.
If-
I'll
So
get
that
it
they
here,
know that
Roxanne.
there's time coming, because I remember people were getting off the island and they were kind of stuck.
Yep.
And even though it is a weekday, it's Yankee Homecoming in Newburyport, and
It's very busy.
that little cluster in that area always gets balled up, so.
Yeah.
There's always something going on there at that particular time of year.
6:30 to 7:30, it's only an hour they're gonna be closing the road, so,
And that's a map,
right,
that's our,
last time.
yeah.
Okay. Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. The appointments.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
We have a part-time, police officer, Robert White. I'll entertain a motion. Is
Motion to approve appointment of Robert White.
there a second?
Second.
Any discussion on this?
Patty, what's the background of, you know, he will be a part-time, but what will his job be as far as like on board for that?
I'm sorry, what will his job be, what?
He's part-time, so what will his facility be as far as like to, as his role in the department?
Perfect. The way we've used part-time officers, which used to be referred to as reserve officers over the years, has changed because of post. It's really restricted how we use them, and for a department like Newbury PD, where we used to have just as many, if not more, part-time officers who were working 32 to 40 hours a week as part-time employees with half full-time police officers, we really, post is kind of forcing our hand into becoming a full-time department. So what I'm trying to do by allowing people who are lawfully certified and eligible to work as police officers, to keep them on as part-time officers, is I'm trying to minimize the budget impact. So we write the budget for what we have, which is full-time officers, but as I get part-time officers, we request that they work kind of 8 to 16 hours a week. They fill in for overtime shifts, they fill in for sick days, they fill in for paid vacation time for full-time officers. So we will never have, or I hope, I can't imagine we go
No
back to it.
understaff. No understaff. You know, you'll always have a full staff of police officers.
Correct, so we no longer have reserve police officers working alone. Like when I started, we could have 2 reserves. So each shift right now, so long as we're able to keep, you know, the staffing that we have a supervisor and a patrol officer on each shift. That patrol officer could be a full-time officer or it could be a part-time officer, but they will always be, so long as funding stays the same, you know, partnered with a full-time person who provides them support. And again, the benefit to post in all of these regulations that it puts is prior to post, reserve officers who were working in the same capacity as full-time officers only had Reserve Academy training and certification and any supplemental education that we gave them. Part-time officers now have to have the same training, same education and certification as a full-time officer. So his certification is that of a full-time officer. His full-time job is in law enforcement, so he's constantly kind of using the tools that we would expect of a part-time officer to use. So that makes me feel more comfortable than if we had somebody who worked in a completely different field. I wouldn't say no to that, but our supervision and our you know, our eye on it would be a little bit more. This person is continually using the tools that we need them to use. And again, his training is more than it was when I was working as a reserve. So there is that part. He is certified through post.
Great.
Great.
Thank you.
No
Any further
problem.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patty. Okay, and we have an appointment to the Recreation Committee, Michael Crouch. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to appoint Michael to the Recreation Committee.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Michael reached out and said he'd like to sit on the rec committee. I asked him to sit and watch a meeting one time, see if he liked it, he did. He's coming back for more. So that's, I'm
God
thankful
bless him.
that Mike is doing this, so. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, I think we have one more appointment, oh, 2 more.
2 more.
Okay. We have Mary Carville to the Newbury Cultural Council.
Motion to appoint Mary to the Newbury Cultural Council.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. And James Blatchford for an election worker.
Motion to appoint James as an election worker.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, no old business. We don't have a town administrator's report. There is an announcement I think that David wanted to make, and Martha also, so I'm gonna just, David, you wanna go first?
Sure, so I just wanted to announce that as of today, we were designated as a green community officially, with the first round of grant funding expected to be about $130,000, which is required to go to facilities improvements for energy efficiency and other green initiatives. So, good news for the town.
Bravo, so that'll be before us again.
That's very much
We'll
thank
have
you to
explain.
Martha and Kristen.
Martha, did I,
And Kristen did
Thanks to
yeoman's
both of you.
work on this.
yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations. I know you worked very hard at it.
Nice job.
That's exciting
Yeah.
to get this, yeah, thank you.
So it'll be before us again when we accept the
For
grant.
grant acceptance, yes.
Okay, and Martha, did you wanna say anything about tomorrow night?
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to let the board know, and also anybody who may be watching, that we are having a public information session tomorrow night on the MBTA community zoning for anybody who still has questions, wants information. It's all related to Article 14 on the town meeting warrant. It'll be here in this room, starting at 6:30, from 6:30 to 8. There will be a presentation first by Ian Burns from MVPC, and then multiple opportunities for questions and answers. So, please let everybody know if anybody who's interested or has questions.
Share, share, share.
And we'll have some fact sheets to hand out and hopefully be able to clarify anything. So, thank you.
And thank you for saying that it's gonna be in the meeting room, because looking at the way it's set up on, it just says at town hall. So it doesn't really distinguish where we're gonna be, where you're gonna meet with people.
Okay, thanks.
Where
Yeah,
did you see that? On the website?
I think the calendar does say second floor hearing room, but it might be,
Yeah, but
the announcement might be.
People are different announcements, so
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, thank you for that. We'll put some signs up downstairs so
Yeah,
that people know
That would
where
be
to come.
great.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. So, yes, anybody who needs information, let them know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The 14th, we have some correspondence from Mary Ann Clancy. She is inviting us to to be an observer or a community volunteer at the 14th Annual Credit for Life Fair, which takes place Thursday, May 23rd, from 10 a.m. to 12:30 at Salem State. We'd love to have you visit during the event and see the students in action. Anybody interested, please reach out to Mary Ann. Your information is in your packet. Triton used to do a Credit for Life Fair, and I have volunteered at it. It was an excellent event, so I liked it.
yeah, it sounds extremely worthwhile for sure.
Yes, the kids definitely learn. Under meeting updates, I have a couple of meeting updates. Want me to go first?
Go ahead. I don't have any.
So, it's not really a meeting update, but it kind of is. The Plum Island bathrooms are done, they're complete. And we're gonna have an opening, on Saturday, this Saturday, the 27th, like a ribbon kind of cutting ceremony. The bathrooms will be open for an hour. Let the public come in and see, please, everybody, if you can make it, that would be great.
Saturday, the 27th?
Yeah, at 12 noon. I also attended Triton today, the facilities committee, or I guess, yeah, the facilities committee that was taking a look at Triton met. We toured the building today. We went up on the roof. It's a mess. There's flooding, there's a lot of issues there.
To go up to,
So, no, I'm appointed to that, that's it.
scary.
Well, there's a lot of like patches on the roof and the floors.
The Band-Aid can only can cover so much.
Yeah, it's an old building,
You
it
can, you
needs to
can
be,
get the puddling, but after a while it becomes.
Is there a rubber roof?
yeah, it's a flat rubber roof, so that doesn't help.
No.
And it's patched, all over, and the
Once you
equipment
start
at the top
patching
is-
it, it doesn't work right anymore.
And the equipment top is blowing all around, all the insulation on the big equipment, and there's a lot of condensation in the boys' locker room, and the drains have collapsed in the boys' locker room, so they don't drain as well, and there could be standing water in there, and it's,
That's ugly.
yeah, it is ugly. So it wasn't very, very
Bacteria
great.
can grow and.
And you can see where the tar is coming through the ceiling, and that's what that black guck looks like. It's tar and gravel, so,
What's dripping down the walls
Yeah, in
like
the gym.
Yeah,
so, yeah. They clean it up as best they can, but it needs to be addressed. Any other meeting updates?
Real quick, I was asked to speak at Earth Day in Newburyport on the bulldoze, and Bruce Tarr spoke ahead of me, and he spoke so well, I basically just filled in behind him, but what I did say is, we do a lot of microplastic testing in all the rivers in the Great Marsh, and we drag a net with a canister that goes up to UNH, and they quantify the findings. And from what I'm finding from microplastics in our rivers, throw the plastic cups away once in a while and take a glass. Because their main thrust at Earth Day is plastics, and I don't blame them.
It's one-time use plastics, right?
Bad, just a lot of it. Yep.
yeah, there's way too
And
much of it.
everyone,
and
just a little,
Just simple
just-
thing like
yeah,
a
just- yeah.
straw.
yeah. Or especially those cups, and I use them.
Mm-hmm.
Any more?
Yeah, well, a lot less, how's that? Thank you, Alicia.
The, Triton has started, oh God, just, the
Sports?
No, we're working on FY '26 to change the model,
Oh, the alternative
Oh, the
assessment.
Thank you.
Alternative assessment,
the
yeah.
alternative assessment. So we've started that. Erica made a terrific presentation, and that will be also given on the 23rd at the DCC meeting. So if anybody can attend that,
Yep.
it'll be in Raleigh at the town hall, or
What's
I
the date
understand
For our
the
meeting?
23rd of May.
May
And-
23rd?
Yep, and they, from what I understand, it's a really good venue. They have a lot of seating and so she'll give the presentation
Where is
again.
it, in the auditorium? I mean, in the,
Town hall, auditorium is
Raleigh
on,
Town Hall?
yep,
okay,
second floor.
okay.
But it was a really good opening discussion, and she gave a great presentation, and there was a lot of questions and answers, and it was very
It's
informative.
interesting to see how the data trends, huh?
Well, we've done this before. This
Like
is what,
this.
the third time?
It's eye-opening.
Is this the third time we've done this, Alicia?
They
Alternative
quit
assessment?
for a while, and then
We looked at
they're
it
coming
once.
back.
We looked at it once and we decided that it wasn't worthwhile, but new people come on and they wanna take a look at it
Yep.
again, so. We'll
Well, the
Math.
how
Are we
they're
gonna
gonna
post,
change
are we
the
gonna post,
model.
he invited all of us? Are we,
Yeah.
are we gonna post a
Yeah, when
meeting for that?
yeah, we'll post a meeting
Yeah,
for that.
okay.
And it's not just
David, did you hear that?
for
We'll post
boards and committees, the public is also invited
Yeah,
to this.
well, yeah. That would be a good idea.
Yep.
Eye-opening too for them.
Yep.
All right, any other meeting updates? Okay. Warrants, motion to sign warrants,
Motion to sign warrants.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion to adjourn,
Motion to adjourn.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right on time.
7